Hello everybody and welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of our shop tour. We are standing in the front corner of the warehouse section of our facility. This section of the building is 40 foot deep by 60 feet wide, and again has the same 12-foot ceilings. This section has 3 12 by 12 overhead doors across the front to allow access. We have a hose reel out here, an air hose reel. We do have a separate panel box for all the electric out in this section of the building. So starting off, we have our Heister forklift. That is a handy piece of equipment. One of the pieces of equipment I won't do without anymore is a forklift. So that is a great investment here. I use that almost daily. Next to that, I have my Toro Dingo that I purchased this past year to test out some of the attachments that I'm manufacturing here. It's handy to be able to try something out before I go into full production with it, to make sure it's going to work, make sure it's going to hold up. So that's the only reason that thing is here. So over here, we did relocate our gantry crane out here into the warehouse for the time being, since we put the bridge crane in the shop. Here's our open front spray booth. This works great for doing our powder coating of our toys and also for painting the equipment that we manufacture, the attachments. So here's looking into the shop section with the 10-foot overhead door in that partition wall. So along the wall here, some of the equipment we don't use as often: our tire machine, our bandsaw, our Harbor Freight press. We do use the Eastwood electromagnetic sheet metal brake quite often, so that lives out here. We have a stick welder. I don't know why I saved that, but it's still here. And our air compressor lives out here outside of the main shop, so you hear it when it runs, but it's not in the main shop with you. And our torch. On the opposite side here, we have our milling machine. It is a worn out jet milling machine from the 80s. So I do need to try to rebuild or replace some parts in it. Nothing is available for it anymore. So eventually I would love to upgrade that machine as well to something newer. And also we have our South Bend lathe out here as well. Again, the same thing with that. It is worn, but it does what I need it to do, to turn down some bushings or spacers, things like that. So along the back wall here, we have all of our shipping supplies, our boxes that we keep on hand. Then moving down, we do have a lot of the new aftermarket tractor parts that we keep in stock. Those are on the first couple shelves here. So again, it's just different filters, mufflers, all kinds of different things like that we keep out here. We also, in the tool chest here, I forgot to mention, that is all the equipment, all the parts and tool holders, work holding, everything for the mill and the lathe. And also all my precision measuring tools that I have. All that goes into this cabinet when I'm prototyping or moving it to one area to work on something. If we're doing some machining or drilling, I can roll that cabinet right over to the machine and have everything right there with me, as well as a work surface. So we also have a hot water pressure washer here as well. Moving down the back row here of pallet racking, I do stock the different size welding fixture tables. They're kept out here. All of the toys that I manufacture are kept out here. Again, just more storage area, more shipping supplies. We keep all the large boxes we don't use as much up at the ceiling. The far wall also is covered with pallet racking. And over there, I store some material that I don't use all the time, and also some larger pieces of equipment as they're manufactured. We do have a John Deere tractor out here that I'm running out of room, so it just lives out here in the warehouse. So we do have some of the attachments that we manufacture sitting here as well. In the center section here between two of the doors, I do have my steel rack, all my different material that I keep on hand, as well as my sheet metal shear. So I do try to keep both vehicles in. Both of my pickup trucks sit inside whenever possible. It just keeps them out of the weather, and it's handy to be able to load and unload and not have to deal with going outside when it's inclement weather. So yeah, so one other thing that's out here is my powder coat oven. I do have a 4 foot by 4 foot by 6 foot electric powder coat oven for powder coating the toys that I manufacture. Well, that concludes our shop tour of our facility. I sure hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a real quick walkthrough, real brief explanation of our tools and the equipment here. If you do have any questions about the building or any of the tools that I use, feel free to comment and reach out. Thank you.